Thank you so much for this time. Honorable the judges, audience, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to have this time. I'm by the name of Lambert. The topic is self-control. Then the title is why do we do, how can we change? Or how can we change what we do? Introduction. The self-control is the ability to control oneself, in particular one's emotion, desire, especially in a difficult emotion or situation. You know, this one worldwide, we meet with different challenges. This is why the human people need to control themselves. Because we will meet in some hard situation so that you can ask yourself how capable you are so that you can control yourself, so that you cannot meet with in that bad situation. As I said, we live in a continuing changing world. We live in a pluralistic culture and a pluralistic society. In this world, you will meet with many peoples. Maybe the people from Uganda, the people from Burundi, you can meet in such a situation. Then you can ask yourself, my culture or my discipline, my behavior cannot harm them, cannot influence negatively to them. So it's a question you have to do. But as we know, our self-control may regulate or you may keep us so that you cannot harm your friend. Because sometimes you meet with the different cultures, it may influence them if you react or if you go with your emotionally or you go with you think that your thoughts can influence them. Sometimes you need to control so that you cannot harm the friends. What are the negative effects of not having self-control? In this world, we will meet with the negative effects if you are not capable or your ability is not high so that you are not controlling yourself. I can give, for example, when I was in my high school, I was in debating, but I was also in the first three speakers. Then I give the points. Then after the audience asked the point for information, yes, I had the points. But after how they beat me, totally I reacted very badly. Then after I answered so with high and voice which is harm to them. By that, because I was not having a self-control, the judges already tell me that, Lambert, go back to the audience because how you don't know how to can control your emotion. Can you imagine? But this is how the life is if you are not capable, have enough ability to control yourself. But even if there is the negative, there is also a solution. My friend, stay in control. Even if we are in negative, you can meet the negative effects of self-control. You can see this picture. There is a girl who is trying to stay in control, eating so jewelry food. This generation, the youth or the young people, they like to eat sweet food or to eat so sweet, the sugar or fast food, so that means after you can eat as it is sweet now, but for the future, it will harm to you. So you can ask, how can you control myself so that now I can be regulated for this so that I remove this and this for the future planning myself. There's also the ways so that you can control, the ways to improve self-control. One, remove a temptation. As I said, we live in this world, you're not away from the temptation. Temptation can come, but how are you capable so that you can remove that situation, that temptation? In such situation, are you able so that you can beat it away or you can be strong that you can win, you continue living with the others? Measure your process. You can plan something to do, then after, because you are not incontrollable, then after you look what you planned, oh, I forgot. Means that you are not capable to plan and you control how your daily activity is. You have to regulate or to make sure you process what you're planning. Learn how to manage stress. This word will meet with the many things that can make you stressed, but you have to try to make it so that you can avoid the stress. Means you are in a way of protecting yourself or making self-control in you. Prioritize things. You have to list. If you want to do something, you have to plan 1, 2, 3, 4. That's I can do this. Then after, you have to see, well, am I doing what I have planned? So that is good. Forgive yourself. You can meet with the people, how your action is, how your emotion is. Am I doing what cannot harm the friends? Before you forgive for the others, you have to forgive yourself so that you can forgive the others. Means you are regulated in self-control. A researcher have found that people who have better self-control tends to be healthy and happier both in short term and long term. In one influence experience, a student who exhibited a greater self-discipline had better grades, higher test scores, and were more likely to be admitted to a competitive academic program. So the research have found that if the student, because in this generation, most of the youth are aware of self-control. You can imagine how if the lecture is in a class and the children or the students are still busy in WhatsApp, still in social medias, so that they cannot follow what the lecture is teaching them. So if you are a good student or you are capable for controlling yourself, please, dear friends, dear youth followers, make sure that if you are attending something, make sure that you are watching and listening what the people say, so that you can make a control. The something can make you away from that. You will regulate yourself. Examples of self-control. Avoid the social medias, as I said. Avoid the social medias when you work, so that it doesn't hurt your productivity. Some people in the office, they can tend for completing the work, but because there are none of the self-control, they are doing busy WhatsApping, chatting, Instagram, liking the photos. Instead of doing the activities they have planned before, they are so busy working, which means nothing they do. So please, if you have a chance to reach in the office or to do some activities, please make sure your activity you planned is productive, not doing busy, so the social medias. Speaking truth, because you are trying to reduce your sugar intake. As I said before, as the youth and my fellow students, you have to reduce the sweet we need today so that your future are well planned. To sum up, self-control refers to the ability and manage your behavior in order to achieve goals, improve positive outcomes, and avoid negative consequences. Thank you so much.